G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from Down Under with this week's weekly news roundup. I'm getting good at that. It is of course the week ending March 19th, 2017. This week I was preparing to say it's been a very slow week in Disney news, but then a bunch of news just sort of dropped out of the sky, out of nowhere, and yes, you guessed it, it has been another big week in Disney news. Let's get right into it. First up, it's news from Walt Disney Pictures. Beauty and the Beast has officially been released in the USA, Mexico, China, the UK and Greater Europe, to massive box office takings and major praise worldwide. The film, which has been named Fandango's highest pre-selling family movie of all time, is estimated to have opened globally to a US $240 million debut. If this so turns out to be true, the film will have smashed previous spring opening record holder Batman v Superman, which opened to $166 million last March. More news next week, when the film's box office takings are made official tomorrow. Beauty and the Beast opens in Australia on the 23rd of March. Capcom has announced it will re-release a bundle of 6 classic Disney games for PS4, Xbox One and PC. The Disney Afternoon Collection will collect 6 original 8-bit games, originally released between the 1980s and 1990s, for NES and Sega Genesis platforms. The games, based on Disney TV cartoons from the period, will be beautifully restored with 1080p HD support. The bundle collects both DuckTales games, both Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers games, Darkwing Duck and Tailspin games. Capcom will release the bundle digitally on April 18th, and it will market at US $19.99. Disney have released Moana on DVD, and in both 2D and 3D Ultimate Collector's Edition Blu-ray sets in the USA. The Blu-ray sets sport over 200 minutes of bonus features, including in-depth behind-the-scenes featurettes, a director's commentary, and almost half an hour worth of deleted scenes. The set is definitely worth the plunge for fans of the movie, and one of Disney's most comprehensive releases in many years. Sadly, those of us in Australia and the UK still have 2 weeks to wait for our local releases. And coming out of Pixar this week. Following on from the poster release last week, Pixar has dropped its very first teaser trailer for their original film, Coco. The 2-minute trailer doesn't show too much, but gives us our very first look at Pixar's own Land of the Dead. Disney and Pixar will release Coco this November. Now it's on to Star Wars news. Marvel Comics have announced a brand new ongoing Darth Vader comic series from Charles Soule and Giuseppe Camuncoli. Marvel's previous Darth Vader series by Kieran Gillen and Salvador Larroca ran for 25 issues, ending last October. And while that series focused on Darth Vader's power struggle following the events of A New Hope, the new series will focus on the events following directly on from the end of Revenge of the Sith, and will show Anakin Skywalker's complete transformation into the most feared Sith Lord in all the galaxy. Darth Vader #1 launches in June. And coming from Marvel Studios, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 director James Gunn has seemingly confirmed what we've all kind of known for a little while. In an interview with Complex, Gunn was once again asked about plans for a Guardians Volume 3, to which he replied, "There will be a Guardians 3, that's for sure. We're trying to figure it out." Upon being asked whether he will return once again to direct, Gunn noted that he wants to work on another big movie, but is still unsure whether that will be another installment of the Guardians franchise. Assuming Volume 3 goes ahead, and let's be honest, it will, official word from Marvel may come sometime after the release of Volume 2, which would make it the first officially announced film in Marvel's Phase 4 lineup. Thanks to my mate Tim Silverman for cluing me in on this one. He asked me to do this, I apologise. But in the meantime, Marvel Studios have released a special sneak peek of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 during the 2017 Kids' Choice Awards, alongside another TV spot, as they continue to heavily promote the upcoming Juggernaut. Opening early May, the movie looks to be tracking towards a US $160 million opening, which, if it proves true, will make it the 5th highest May opening worldwide in movie history, trailing behind Marvel's Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America Civil War and Iron Man 3, and overtaking Spider-Man 3 and Iron Man 2. Marvel and Netflix's Iron Fist has debuted on the internet streaming platform to dreadful reviews from both critics and fans, being labelled shockingly underwhelming and the wimpiest punch ever thrown by the world's mightiest superhero factory. Iron Fist is the Marvel Cinematic Universe's lowest ranking title on review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, currently trending at only 14%, earning the series Marvel Studios' first rotten score. The series sits below The Incredible Hulk and Thor: The Dark World, which are currently trending at 67 and 66% respectively. Yikes, that's a big jump. Iron Fist is the 5th collaboration between Marvel and Netflix, following 2 seasons of Daredevil, and 1 season each for Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. All 4 characters are set to team up in the upcoming miniseries event The Defenders later this year. And finally this week from Disney Parks. Disney has announced they will be bringing artificial intelligence and robotics to their parks, showing off footage of a prototype robotic Pascal from Tangled at a panel for last weekend's South by Southwest convention. Disney have always been at the forefront of robotics engineering for amusement parks and entertainment. And since no footage of the Pascal robot was allowed out of the convention, instead here's footage of Walt Disney creating some of the first audio animatronic robots in the 1960s. The AI characters will be fully interactive and are set to move around among guests. Vice President for Research and Development, John Snoddy, notes that the robots are being taught how to navigate in a world with humans, and will have goals. There is no word yet on when the first AIs will be implemented into the parks. And though Snoddy is adamant that Disney isn't in the business of scaring kids, is it just me or does this seem a little too Westworld?
Oh my god. Draw.
Whew, that's a little bit frightening. Well, that brings us to the end of another weekly news roundup. Thank you for joining me on this installment. If this is your very first time joining me and you would like to see more, please, after the jump, hit subscribe and keep up to date with all the Disney news every Sunday. And don't forget, in between news roundups, I am constantly uploading new content throughout the week. To all my regular viewers, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody, I hope I'll see you again soon. But until then though guys, take care and I hope you have a magical day. It's me.